nothing. Hey, how you guys doing? Hi, sweetheart. Hi, down south Stitcher. Good afternoon. Hold on just a second. I'm trying to finish this thumbnail. Do do do. Do 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 do. Okay, got it. Okay, let me make sure everything is copacetic. You doing okay down south? I hope you're okay, sweetheart. I got started a little early. Hey, Fonda. How you doing, love? I got started a little early. I was supposed to start at 5. And I said, let me just knock this out. And, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I took care of this in YouTube studio. Does it say 5 o'clock on the notification? I changed it to 4:30. I thought I changed it to 4:30, but maybe I didn't. Ooh, I sure didn't. Oh, no, it says I'm live. Okay. Okie dokie. So how y'all doing? I hope you're doing okay. Last night was wild, wasn't it? I might do it again tonight. Oh my goodness. Did I turn this down? Uh-oh, somebody just called me. I think I cut them off. I didn't mean to. Oh, Fonda said, how what, sweetie? How are you? Oh, I'm doing good, Fonda. You know what? They cutting up outside. Let me go close this window. Down south said, yes, doing good. Just lost step mom last week, so had to make that trip. Dang. I'm sorry, honey. My condolences. I'm glad you're home, sweetheart. I'm glad you're home. You doing okay, though, sweetie? Because that's hard. That's real hard. Man, losing a parent is not easy. Let me go close this window because I know they're going to start getting loud out there. Oh, I don't feel like getting up off of this seat. Hold on just a you was that you, Jess? I didn't even see. I just picked up the iPad and then I went, uh-oh, somebody just called. You're fine, honey. I kind of went early because I'm probably gonna run back out there tonight. Oh my God! Hold on, let me go close the window. Hold on. Jess, you don't want to? Can you go? You said not without you. Oh, I'm glad you're home too, down south, Stitcher. This thing keeps popping up. You want to go, Jess? But oh man, you got memes though. I don't have nobody else here. You're still working. I didn't say for sure if I was going to go or not, but I did have fun last night. Music, music. I got to find another song. Switch with. Well, everybody, welcome. I know it's early. The earlier I start, the earlier we're out of here. Oh my God. Jess, there was 3 of them. There was 3 of them. That third one was really crazy. Yes, it was, Fonda. Man. But I know it's because I was on my phone. It doesn't happen here on StreamYard. It was because I was on my phone. Going vertical. Yeah, going vertical. When you use your device, you get all kind of people that come in there. Nutcases and all. I think one of those. Let me read to you the statistics. Man, that was crazy. Because one video dropped, I guess. I think because it started buffering. And I had to start it over. And I started it over when I got in the casino. So, the first video, when I left the house, it was only 26 minutes long. That was 611 views. Yes, Jess. And then the second one that I started once I got through the doors and started up again, that was 2.3 thousand views. The second one. The one that, the phone died on. And then the third one, when I got home to let everybody know how everything went, because the thing died in the middle of the bonus. My phone died in the middle of that bonus. I was pissed. Oh my God. So when I got home, I started up a new live to let everybody know, okay, I'm home now. This is what happened, blah, 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 blah. 3.6K for an hour and 4 minutes. Compared to 100 and something here, 100 and something there when I sit here on StreamYard. Make that make sense. Clearly, people want to see gambling instead of current affairs. But it was fun, though. Well, Jess, you know what we may have to do. Hey, Devonna. How are you? I know the title hasn't started yet, but I'm so happy to watch without interruption. Yes, Candace should be quiet. Thank you. I agree, Devonna. She need to take several seats because she's making quite a fool out of herself, to be truthful. I ain't trying to be funny. I mean, that could end the live right now. I was Fonda. I had fun and I got up and left. Soon as that last one hit, I was like, okay, because it really wasn't all that much. But I said I'd rather be ahead than behind. I don't like that feeling of going in there with this much and coming out with much less. So I said, nah, let me go now. I ended up giving like $28 to Xavion because I missed his birthday. So he got some of my winnings. But I was having a ball. Now, if I go back tonight, y'all gonna jump on the live with me? I'll go again tonight if you guys want to come with me. I don't have a problem with it. Of course. Okay. Well, I tell you what. Hi, Marzella. How are you, sweetie? Good to see you, sweetheart. Well, I tell you what. When I'm done with this live, I'll go live on the way there. I'm going to bring I know I wish you could go too, Jess. Dang. I'll take my little backup charger. And matter of fact, I'll charge my phone while I'm driving on live, you guys. And we'll do it again. We'll just do it again. But that was wild. That was crazy. I got a taste for some ice cream. And you know what? I also wanted to tell you guys, she's not in here yet, but I really want to share with you guys our friend Lady of Elegance Candles. Maybe I should wait until more people come in, but she sent me a birthday present, and I just about cried when I read this letter. She wrote me a whole letter, and it's really sweet, and she sent me a bunch of candles, and they are nice. So I'm definitely going to be pushing people to go check out her website. What did I just do? I just turned on my live from last night. I don't know how I did that. That's weird. Oh, okay, Devon. Get some clues, huh? Hi, Lisa. Yes, oh my God, these candles smell so good. And I want as many people to go check her out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share them with you guys. Let's see, I've got 15 people. You guys hit that like button real quick. All the way from Columbia, South Carolina. And these are high quality. Very high quality. And I'm a candle nut. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why this live from last night is playing. Yes, I'm going to show you. Okay, I got 15 people in here. How many likes do I have, you guys? If you guys are on your devices, just double tap the screen. That should take care of it. Okay, here's one of them. I'll start with the small ones first. How about that? Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Let's see what's in here. Waking Up to Peace is the name of one of them. Waking Up to Peace. Hi, Barbara. Okay, there's 9 likes. 9 likes. That'll work. You guys hit that like, those that haven't already. I'm just trying to get situated here so I can show you guys Lady Elegance's candles. You didn't get your notifications again, Barbara? I don't understand what YouTube's trip is. I really don't. And you've got your notifications set, right? That's happened to me before, too. Okay, I'm making a mess. Okay. I don't have much desk space, so bear with me. This one is Lady of Elegance Enchanted Bloom. Okay, I'm just making sure they're all in the right place. But she's got some smaller ones, right? These kind. These are little flowers. This one is Petals in Bloom. Petals in Bloom. It's a little pink flower. And I guess it's the kind that you burn in a candle warmer. Yeah. Wait a minute. Use only in UL listed wax warmer. Right. Do not leave melter unattended. Uh-oh. That'd be something I'd end up doing. Oh, okay, Barbara. You know what? I started early, too. So that's on me. I guess yeah. I thought I'd start earlier in case I go back to the casino again. That smells so good. Petals in Bloom. Here's another one. It's Rose. Oh, my eyesight is really bad. Rosa Elite, I think it says. But it's a rose. It smells like a rose. Oh my God. I could sit here and sniff this all day. Man, Barbara, was that crazy? That was crazy. That doesn't happen on StreamYard. Not like that. That was because I was on my phone. And then she sent me these. These are also the kind that you put in the warmers. They've got the little cubes, that you can break them up into cubes. This is Blush Riveri. I'm going to smell this one again, too. This is the first one I smelled. Oh my God. Yes, it was crazy fun, Fonda. Crazy people and all in there, huh? You notice how long Charles hung with us? I know they were in Dezay, weren't there? They were kids. Barbara, those were kids. Because they were talking there. Zane knew exactly what they were talking about. Some kid code talk they be talking. I don't know what they be talking about. They wanted me to keep saying 67. 67, 67, 67. And he played the video or the audio for me. It's some kind of a cartoon or something. Yeah, they was into Zay. Okay, this one is... Okay, this is the rose. I think I just told you. Yep, that's it. And then this one is Tea Blossom. Wax melt. Hand poured. She makes all of these by hand. Man, oh man, oh man. And I love me some candles. Oh my God, this smells so good. Yeah, the grown ones, Barbara, the grown ones were more or less talking to me, talking stupid to me. But the ones that were talking to him, those were kids. Oh, these smell so good, Barbara. That's why I wanted to share with everybody that, yes, check out her website. Her website is ladyofelegancecandles.com. Very simple. ladyofelegancecandles.com. Man, I tell you the truth. You know, I'm a candle connoisseur, and she's got a quality product here. She really does. Let me make sure I don't drop anything. Okay. Yeah, there was one little girl in there who said her name was, I've seen her before, too. Chelsea, was it Chelsea? She's been in my chat before when I went to the mall. Yes, that one, Barbara. She's been in my chat before. Several months ago, I went to the mall. And I went live while I was at the mall. That same little girl. And she lives here. She lives right here in Washington State. She told me what school she goes to and everything. I was tripping. Chantel. Was it Chantel? I thought it was something else. Like, was it Chelsea? I thought it was Chelsea. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? One of them C words. Okay, this one is called Waking Up to Peace. And these are the jars. These are what they look like. I can't really... You probably can't see the lettering. Enchanted Bloom. I have to kind of move it that way. It's hard to see the lettering from this camera because I'm not close to the camera. But this is Enchanted Bloom. It was in the wrong... I had put it in the wrong box. There's a candle called Waking Up to Peace. Enchanted Bloom smells nice too. They all smell nice. Exactly, Barbara. Yeah, she was... People, they don't watch their kids online, clearly. You see where mine is, right with me. This smells so good. Okay, so this is Enchanted Bloom. I got them all mixed up in the wrong boxes. Okay, so Enchanted Bloom is done. What is this one? This is Waking Up to Peace. Waking Up to Peace. And again, the lettering, I can't get it on this camera good enough. The camera's too far. Let's see what this smells like. Ooh wee. And this one has one of those wooden wicks. Man, I'm definitely putting the word out. If you love candles, this is it right here. Sorry for all the noise. I got 2 more. This one is called Vanilla Breeze. Apricot Cocoa Wax. Ooh wee. Yes, he does. His grandma loved him too, Fonda. Ooh, this smells like some serious vanilla. You guys, please go check her out. She makes a wonderful product. I think I'm going to put it on my community post as well. Tea Blossom, Blush, Reverie, Petals in Bloom, and Rosa Eon. Rosa Eon. That's what that said. And last but not least, Walking with Swag. My 5-year-old sent a talking text to his mommy while I was in the kitchen cooking, telling her that his birthday was coming on 4th of July and everybody is celebrating him and his party. I know that's right. These kids, boy, they got it made. The name of this candle, he was so poor when he sent it. Wow. Aren't they smart, Barbara? They are so smart. But your grandbabies is beautiful too. Damn. A fresh splash of lemon and musk with gentle lily of the valley and lilac notes created a cool and confident scent that's born timeless and inviting. Burn time 40 to 55 hours. 40 to 55 hours of burn time. And it's called Walking with a Swag. Now that's a name for a candle. It's got the wood burning wick inside. You can kind of see it from here. Oh my God. Oh my God, that smells. You know how certain men's cologne smells? And it smells really good. That man's cologne. That's what this reminds me of. Oh my God. This is going to be the first one I burn. Yes. So yes, those of you that are just getting here, if you love candles, what did I do with it? If you love candles, please go to Lady of Elegance Candles website, ladyofelegancecandles.com. And she's working on her website. She'll be coming up soon with the fall collection and game day collection in about 3 weeks. I'm looking forward to that. This is the truth. Yeah, so you guys notice how... Don't tell me she got a candle that smells like my baby daddy. Yup. If he smells like this, then yup. I love them kind of candles that smell like a men's scent, you know. Hi, Sean. How are you, sweetie? LadyofEleganceCandles.com. Holla, holla, holla. Support our kinfolk. Support our kinfolk. You will not regret it. Under any circumstances, you will not regret it at all. Boy, she hooked me up. And this letter, wow. Bless her heart. Yeah, I'm going to keep this for a long, long time. Forever. Okay, let me turn off this iPad and hope Xavion don't call me while I'm live. He has a tendency of doing that sometimes. He'll sit here and call me right in the middle of a live. Hello, Ann. How are you, sweetheart? Yes, they are, aren't they, Barbara? She makes a really good product. She really does. I think we should support her. We got to support each other, and she's got a definitely good product. But they all smell good. All of them. Definitely. I am Ann. I am doing good. Yes. So, what else was I going to cover before I start talking about Candace? Definitely Barbara. She is. Most definitely. Very, very professional packaging and all that. Yeah, even the sticker on top of the box is beautiful. You know. Wow, I feel so special. She really went all out. She went all out. Man, I'm so grateful. Well, hopefully she'll be in here tonight so I can tell her. It finally showed up this afternoon because I sure was going to call the post office and say, look, I'm expecting the package. What's up with that? But it came before I had a chance to act a fool. So anyway, at first I was going to talk about more than just Candace. But I really didn't want to talk about this man's wife. Although I do have her speaking at the funeral that took place Monday. And if you guys want to view it, I'll play it for you. But for the most part, I kind of want to focus on Candace. because things are starting to kind of go left for her. She should be concerned, even though she's. What I tell you? Hold on, you guys. Nope, that wasn't him. Barbara says, I buy candles to match my house, but never burn them. I only burn the ones my kids buy me. Oh, okay. Chandra, how you doing? Chandra Sparkle 6804. That's the name of a song. Chandra Sparkle 6804. Oh my goodness. So yeah, at first I was gonna go into maybe talking about if possibly Erica Kirk might be taking over where her husband left off. Well, we kind of know the answer to that. End of discussion. I personally think she's a cookie cutter replica of him. But Candace, on the other hand, I'm just wondering if this is all for clout. Well, it's not like she needs clout. She's already very well known. But as a result of her coming out with these videos on YouTube about her best friend and her accusations and innuendos, her views have skyrocketed on YouTube. We talking about 6 figures. That YouTube check gonna be fat. That's gonna be one fat YouTube check. Because her views are in the millions. Now they're starting to drop off each one, but her most popular video was that first one that I played, where she was basically laying out what was going on with her friend. You never smelled them, Barbara. I bet they do smell good, though. Huh. That's cute. Okay, I don't want to act right. You know what, Fonda? I used to do that too. I used to buy candles for decoration, but then I started burning them bad boys, and they smell so good. Especially the ones from Bath and Body Works. I used to like Yankee, and Yankee is still good, but I don't know. I have a preference now for Bath and Body Works. I'll go broke behind some candles out of there. Absolutely. So, oh my God, this thing is killing my ears. Sorry. So, there was something else I was going to briefly touch on. It's not in my title or anything like that. I think Barbara, you were in Danny's live earlier, if you recall, and we were talking about a certain, I'm not going to name this content creator, but she's doing this thing more and more, something that I talked about not too long ago, about how people take our culture and run with it. Yeah. It's becoming obvious. Now it's becoming very obvious. Yes, that's what I understood. She's been doing YouTube videos for years now. She's getting sued. We were going to talk about that too, Barbara. Okay, so how are you going to, maybe I should do it in the context while we're going to just talk about it. Shoot, we just sitting in the house, right? How would you feel if some woman came up to you and told you, oh, excuse me, I don't know why I keep yawning. If somebody walked up to you in your house and told you, you were born a man, you ain't no woman, you were born a man, and you done had 2 whole children, and then add to it, you're the wife of the president of France. Your name is Bridget Macron. You're a man. And she has all the evidence in the world that proves otherwise. And instead of saying, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I was wrong, she's doubling down. Nope. She's man. I don't care what she says. And what you gonna do when she decides to take you to court? That is still too much confusion for me. Her and Charlie been up to their mess since 2015. Hi, Camille. Hello, sweetheart. I would be so offended if I was the wife of the president of France, President Macron. I would be so offended. How dare you tell me what I was or was not? Ridiculous. And you're going to double down on it. But see, her husband is a millionaire and close to almost being a billionaire. So she ain't hurting for money. So I don't know what to think. Hi, Catherine. How are you, sweetie? Oh, I just got so sleepy sitting up here. But I tell you, sometimes people get a big head. And I'm not trying to be funny, not by a long shot. Some people get a big head. They get big-headed. And, she do got a big head. She got a big old head. But, that's neither here nor there. I don't know if she done forgot what time it is or what. Because of who she's, affiliated with. I don't know. But I do know this. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Don't start no ish, won't be no ish. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about briefly tonight. Like I said, we're not going to be on here very long. But did anyone happen to see the funeral yesterday by chance? For real, Vonda. Don't let the light skin fool you. Put a 1 in the chat if you caught any of Charlie Kirk's funeral yesterday. It was online. And unfortunately, I wasn't interested. I really wasn't. But it's still important to at least know about it. Yeah, me neither, Chandra. Oh, okay, you watched it, Barbara. Yeah, you was watching a big shoot. Barbara be there. Barbara be on top of everything. She need to be up here in my spot, and I'll watch you work. Because you be on it. You be on it. I didn't watch it either, Fonda. I seen enough when I saw her crying over that casket for the cameras. Hey, LaWanda. Yeah, that was a bit much. But I do have, I have it here on the video. I can fast forward a lot of it if you don't want to hear the rhetoric. If I'm sure there is some kind of rhetoric in it. But, wow. It's more than a notion. Fonda. Oh, how you doing, Fonda? Yes, she did. She put on a good show. She really did. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up. For those of you who didn't see it, let's take a look at the show. Okay, I messed up right there. Okay, share my screen. You know, it's really interesting though that she was not invited to the funeral. Yes, I didn't see it either. You don't want to see it again? Okay. I did not know that she was not invited to the funeral. Candace. I did not know that she was not invited to the funeral. That speaks volumes. Let's see. Google search. Attendee. Okay. Oh, here I go again, messing up. Hold on. What the heck did I just do? Okay. Let me try this again. I know I need help. Okay, let me try this again. Candace Owens. I want to read this to you. For some reason, it is not okay. Breaking down. That's the problem. Everything is over in one spot. I don't usually keep my videos next to the StreamYard. Okay. And then we're going to make this bigger. Okay. Okay, here we go.
It's Candace Owens Cook. Now, before you come for me in the comments section,
this guy is no joke. He's calling her out. Yeah, LaWanda, that's very conceivable. She wasn't invited, Barbara. That's why she didn't go. And apparently, her and Charlie wasn't buddy-buddy to the end. But I'm not going to play this whole thing. Do you have cash? No, sweetheart, I don't. I can't have a Cash App. Somebody hacked my account. And Cash App will not let me have another Cash App account. So I just have PayPal and Zelle. I'm grateful to have that. PayPal and Zelle. It's in my description on my channel, in my channel description. I wish I did have Cash App. It was so convenient. And I didn't use it that much. Side pieces. Fonda just gonna come right out and call it what it is, what it is, what it is. Listen to this guy. Now, I'm not gonna play this whole video, okay, because he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. If that's how you roll, that's how you roll. I don't want to hear a lot of, but I just found what he was saying about Candace very, very curious. Let me play this for a minute.
Let me just lay out what is being reported. It is being reported that Erica Kirk will address rumors that Charlie Kirk was changing his stance on Israel, that he was offered $150 million by Benjamin Netanyahu, and that he planned to convert to Catholicism before his assassination. Okay, this is what's being reported. I'm going to tell you exactly who reported this. This is from the AF Post, but I'm going to tell you exactly who reported it in a second. And these are all responses to Candace Owens, by the way, which I said, if and when Erica makes a statement, will you guys who are Team Candace acknowledge this? After my last video on Candace Owens crashing out, going nuclear yet again, I had an onslaught of comments, people telling me that, Ruslan, you don't understand. You're not listening to her.
Now, a lot of people have been telling him, you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. She's been spilling the tea. But he's caught a few discrepancies in the things that she's been saying. Who is Team Candace? Not him. It's not him. He went black to it and didn't have a chance to get back to it. Fonda, we going on the road, okay? But just check him out. Me either, Barbara. They all lie to me. They all be lying.
This is unfair. The tone of what you're saying is nice. You are just deflecting. You are being dismissive of her. Now, may I just subtly point out the utter hypocrisy of saying my last two videos were too mean, too dismissive, harsh tone, lying about her, taking her out of context. The idea that Candace can make these videos and I can't react to them. The idea that Candace can say whatever she wants about whomever she wants in the most weird circumstances while making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, but I can't respond to them. Do you guys understand the utter hypocrisy with regards to that sort of feedback? My riddle that I have for all you guys is, how many lies does it take before one acknowledges that Candace Owens is a liar? How
did he say it? Did he say it? That might be true, Joanne, but she claims to be his best friend. I'm just curious, why wasn't you at the funeral? And I agree, Benjamin. Here's the thing. If you notice, if you look at Candace's social media, especially on YouTube, you'll see ever since she started this. Yes, it is, Charles. I'm going back tonight. You going with me? You'll notice that if you look at the videos that she's made ever since the Charlie Kirk situation happened, her views have gone viral. Yes, she's not thinking clearly, Benjamin. And I'm questioning, is this an opportunity to make a shitstorm of money off of your friend who you weren't as close to in the end as you portray to be, if that makes any sense? I agree, Anne. Wow, Barbara. Now, I like to watch Mr. Let Go. I just haven't had a chance to watch him for the last few days. That's right, Charles. It was off the chain. It was off the chain yesterday. So I just thought it was really, interesting that her views, her greatest video was the one I shared the other night when she was going off into her innuendo, her scenario that she was painting about Netanyahu. Hi, Nadine. The whole Israel Netanyahu thing. And the videos since then have, been pretty high. They're starting to trickle down a little bit, but you can best believe Candace done made 6 figures easy off of these videos, and it's not even payday yet for next month. You know what I'm saying? Let me play this guy.
How many? Is it one? Is it one lie? You say one lie and you're a liar. Shout out to Living Water Ministries and the ministry they do with witnessing. One lie makes you a liar. Is it 2? How many lies? I want you guys to think about that. How many lies does it take before someone is officially a liar? Because I think with regards to this Candace thing, this doesn't bring me joy to address this. I don't like making videos about this. I mean, listen, there's a clear scripture that I get to wrestle through with regards to this. And I'll tell you why I'm making this video in a second. But this scripture, I got to wrestle through this, but so do all of you.
I was shocked by the t-shirt, had nothing written on it. Oh, really? Yes, Benjamin, I saw that. The case with Macron. Brigitte, I can't pronounce her name. Is it Bridget or Brigitte? It doesn't matter. Same chick. She's accused this woman of being a man when she was born. And anytime, well, first of all, you mighty bold to say that to a president of another country's wife. That's pretty bold. That's pretty bold. That's pretty. Whether you think it or not, that ain't your business anyway. Point blank, period. That's not even your business. But instead of saying, I'm sorry when they came out, Hi, Tracy. When the woman came out and says, I have scientific evidence and picture evidence proving that you're wrong, and instead of saying, I'm sorry, I am so sorry, I shouldn't have said that, and because they're suing her, they're gonna sue her, and instead of backing off, she doubled down. That's not bright to me. See, Candace is making some really strange moves to me. I've never been a big fan of Candace Owens. I'll be honest with you. Um, because sometimes people get delusional with their education and their intellect. They forget where they came from. And there's nothing wrong with where you came from. As a matter of fact, represent where you came from and show the world that you came from this, and you can still be big, bold, and black, you know, and still be an iconic intellect. Yes, absolutely, Benjamin. You're absolutely right. Okay, LaWanda said, I would worry if all I have said, then to hear a few asking if I'm coming to the funeral, that's concerning. Well, and that's the thing. She wasn't invited. She didn't go. But that was your bestie. You know who else is telling that lie, Barbara? You know who's telling that lie? Jaguar Wright. That's who's taking that one too. I I'm sorry. There's just some things you just come on, man. Come on, man. Use some plain and common sense. You know, some things just, for one thing, it ain't your damn business anyway. What do you care? We know that woman but ain't no man. Okay, he accidentally called her Michael once or twice. But you can't just take stuff like that about people's personal business and run with it like that, especially people that have power in ways you will never understand. Oh, thank you, Sean. Thank you for the $20 super sticker. God bless you. Hello, Katrina. Can you imagine you're going, let's just say you've been attending a church for about 10 years, and you know you've met a few people, and you guys may not be buddy buddy or anything like that, but all of a sudden you start hearing whispers, because you know how they do in church. They get to talking. I ain't one to gossip, but you ain't heard nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden I heard that's really a man. That was a man, and now he's a woman. And they walking around with babies and gave birth to these babies. Well, I didn't see no pictures of her pregnant. You ain't got to see it. It ain't your business. It's called privacy. So this is how this kind of thing can get your mouth into something your ass can't get you out of. And I think that's what Candace has done. Okay, LaWanda? I ain't one to gossip, but you ain't heard that from me. That Wayne sister. But it's true. Some people get to running, they bumping their gums talking about other people's business. It ain't their business. And the next thing you know, you were on center stage, being looked at as a busybody and somebody who don't know what the heck they talking about. And that's what Candace has gotten herself into, in addition to the Charlie Kirk thing. Now, I'm not saying that she's not telling the truth about Charlie Kirk in her mind, but see, she all over the place. Settle your behind down. Take inventory and realize who you really, really, really are. Please. If that man is your friend, if you have information that you say you have, you can't get up on any public platform, run your mouth and tell them, I don't care how long it takes, and get your neck to, I mean, she ain't rolling the neck like most sisters do, but the whole premise of it in her head is, I don't care what you gonna do. I'm gonna continue talking about this until something is done about it. And the next thing you know, you joining him. Exactly, Barbara. What makes you think if your accusations are true, just because you point them out does not mean that they won't do that to you? That's all I'm saying. Hey, Retretta. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, honey. Retretta says, hi, Auntie. Auntie, please pray. I find my wallet. I can't find it nowhere. My friend brought her grandson over here yesterday. Oh, no. Known thief. Oh, no. How old is he? All of your ID is in. Oh, no. How old is her grandson? Sit in both of them, find it for real, huh? 17. Oh, my goodness. Retretta, call the police. I know that's your friend. I know that's your friend. But you got to get a police report done. If he was there yesterday, that's a long time from yesterday. You got to get a police report filed. Oh my goodness, I hope you find it, sweetheart. He's 17. I'm not accusing or anything like that, but just to be on the safe side, sweetheart. Okay. Oh my God, have you canceled all your cards and stuff? I've got to check that out, Charles. Yeah, you got to cancel them cards, honey. You got to cancel those cards. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but I that's family. So let me continue with this video. Just listen to what this guy is having to say, because even though, you know, he rides for Charlie Kirk as well. I'm putting all that aside. This is about Candace. And he makes some very valuable points. All my stuff. Hey, Faith. Hello, love.
So to all of you, don't have anything to do with foolish and stupid arguments, because you know they produce quarrels, and the Lord's servants must not be quarrelsome, but must be kind to everyone, able to teach, not resentful. So in me having this conversation, I'm doing my best to not be resentful towards Candace. I really am not resentful towards Candace, but this is what I am concerned about, is that there is a segment of my audience that watches Candace and also watches me. And I am a Jesus person. I'm unapologetically a Jesus follower. And one of the things as a Jesus follower is that I have to stand on truth. And there's other people that have been affected by some of the stuff she's been saying that also watch my channel. So before I get into some of these obvious lies that I've caught her in, that again, you get to reconcile. Like,
okay, good. You went to the bank and you called Medicaid. Good. Lord Jesus. I hope you find it soon, sweetie. And definitely, yeah, you went to your bank. So, oh my goodness. Get your ID replaced as soon as possible.
is this a lie, or are you going to nuance this to death and contort it and defend her? Before I get into that, let me just say a couple positive things about Candace. I got a buddy of mine that watches Candace and watches me, and he really encouraged me. Hey, Ruslan, you got to make sure you go above and beyond and really watch the full podcast. Okay, now let me just say this. To say that I can't have a accurate assessment of her claims without watching hours and hours and hours and hours of Candace Owens is ridiculous. Okay, for one. But two, let me just say this. I did. I watched hours and hours of Candace Owens over the weekend. Her last several episodes on this entire Charlie Kirk debacle, right? And
I would go crazy if I had to watch Candace Owens all day long, going through every single video. I can only take her in spurts. Not trying to be funny, but I just can't. There's something going on with Candace that's not completely, and this is just my own personal opinion. I'm not trying to sway anyone else's, but there's just something about Candace that don't sit right with me. Yeah, I understand that, Barbara. It's just something about Candace that just does not sit well with me. And, the fact that, we've recently found out that her and Charlie were not all that cool. We'll just put it like that. I'm not saying they fell out, but they grew apart a little bit. I'll say it safely like that. No, Kanye, I haven't heard from Kanye, Faith. He hasn't called me in quite a while. I'm just kidding. No, haven't heard anything from Kanye. I just can't. I can't vibe with Candace on everything based on what I've learned so far. Looking at her numbers and her views, and it's just, you kind of scratch your head and say, okay, is it really about that was your friend, or are you attaching yourself to benefit?
I have some questions for Candace. Okay, I'm just asking questions here. But let me just say this. Candace is an awesome storyteller. She is an awesome storyteller. She is a great orator. She's interesting. She tells really good stories with regards to setup and every segment and the conflict and the tension. But the issue here is that as people of the book, as followers of Jesus, that truth has to be the thing that drives us beyond just interesting storytelling and just asking questions that are kind of insinuating some pretty rough things. Okay. And that is my deeper concern, is that as a Jesus person, I first and primarily am driven by truth.
I'm pretty much on your side, Faith. I think so too. This is an opportunity to climb the political ladder. However, I don't know. I don't think they're willing to accept her. Hi, Desire and Fire. Point blank period, Fonda. Point blank period. See, she's pissed off a lot of people. She was pissing off the left until this happened, and now she's pissing off the right. So now ain't nobody too happy with you, boo-boo. Absolutely, Tracy. Much, much deeper. Much deeper. But I'm curious as to see just how well or how much Erica, his wife, takes the reins of turning point. Ain't nobody voting for Candace but Candace and her husband. Barbara, ain't nobody voting for Candace but Candace and her husband.
And when I see falsehood and when I see things that are being spread that are bringing harm to people, and those of you guys that are mad at me, you have no idea who I'm connected with behind the scenes, okay? But this idea that I can't critique her is just ridiculous. And my deeper concern is, even though Candace is an amazing storyteller and a good YouTuber,
Faith, she's got more than one of them. She's got one of them with almost $1 billion under his belt. By right, she don't need no politics. She's going about it the wrong way. You can't come out there and start throwing threats at other countries, and you're not even a political representative. If everything is true that she claims, and I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying, in the event that it is true, you ain't making a smart move, boo-boo. You need to watch your back.
And a good communicator. The question is she telling stories? Is she making stuff up? Is she a liar or is she a lunatic? And you get to sort that out. You get to sort that out amongst yourselves. But what I'm not going to have is I'm not going to have anyone bully me into not speaking about something that I see that's alarming. And here's the deeper issue. The deeper issue is that there's these extremes on both sides. Extreme number one is the far left. The system is rigged against me and everything is bad because of they, them who rigged the entire world against me. And that looks usually like railing against institutions, railing against capitalism, railing against this. And the position of that has been a victim, right? The police are bad. The institutions are bad. America's bad. That's been on the left. But on the right, we're starting to see the same thing. I call them the woke right. Same idea, railing against the systems, railing against the institutions, railing against everybody did something to you. And that's why you can't change your life. That's why you can't see the needle move. That same victim mentality is now existing on the right, and it's primarily spearheaded, as far as I'm concerned, by Candace. And there's a strong overlap between that and what I would call, on the left, we have Trump derangement system, but on the far right, we now have Israel derangement syndrome. Okay. So that is my deeper concern, is the victim mentality of consuming Candace. Because I think what Candace has done is that she's replaced the soap operas that were on TV when I was a kid and kind of packaged them with Jerry Springer. And
right. She's making it a modernized soap opera. It's a modernized soap opera. A little bit of Tony Soprano off in there, you know. But she's doubling down. That's the scary part. Just like she's doubling down about this president's wife. And she could lose a boatload of money messing with them people. You don't just go around making accusations about people's private parts. What do you know is going on between that woman's legs? Nothing. Worry about your own stuff. Yeah, that's nuts.
And it's amazing concept. It's really entertaining. The issue is it includes real people and real issues, and now widows that are grieving. Mm-hmm. And I take an issue with that. Who am I? I'm just a dude on YouTube. But I take deep issue with that. And I am going to call it the way I see it. And if that causes you to dislike me, unsubscribe, man, I am so willing and okay with that. I'm so willing to lose subscribers on this channel for being angry at me at the very thing that Candace is doing. And which, by the way, I'm not personally attacking her. I'm not calling her a demon or alluding to her being a demon the way she did with Charlie Kirk's pastor. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just pointing out the inconsistencies in her story. And before you ask, no, I have never been paid by Israel. I have never taken a dime from Israel. I don't plan to ever be paid by Israel. No, absolutely not. And before you ask, yes, I have asked Candace for debate years and years ago, and repeatedly would love to have a debate with her in person, not on Piers Morgan, which she can gish gallop and scream over me, but an in-person debate. I would love to have a debate with her. And thirdly, you should absolutely buy my brand new book, Godly Ambition, to help you deprogram yourself from some of the brain rot we're seeing on the far right with the Candace that makes you feel like a victim and makes you...
He's selling his book. Isn't that cute? He claims he's not selling his book, but yeah, let's get real. He's selling his book. Fonda said, oh, wait a minute. Fonda said, she's a corn-fed freeloader trying to be under the government umbrella just like Charlie. She making a national spectacle of herself. I agree. I agree. This ain't the way to do it, though. I mean, you know, she's already popular on YouTube. But ever since this situation happened, she has definitely picked up the reins and has took off with them, with those stallions, pulling her chariot. Tracy says Erica is a puppet. She seemed so angry and defiant in her first release, then changed her tone at the memorial about the pop hour. Never seen a tear shed, just sniffling. Yeah. Absolute. Absolute. What she gonna do is collect enough money to set back and retire, and then nobody else will hear from her. Imagine that. Lord have mercy.
Feel like you can't do anything, you can't get ahead because the Jews are after you, and it's all the jujitsu that's messing up the world, and they're in everything, and there's a secret cabal, and they're getting in the way of you doing what you want to do with your life. Yes, you should absolutely get Godly Ambition to help you with that. That's available now. Bestseller on Amazon. Pick it up. And you know what the sad part is that I even have to acknowledge and say, no, I've never taken a dime from Israel. Israel's not funding me, so on and so forth. And you know what the also sad part is? Some of you guys are going to be mad at me for talking about my own book on this video while ignoring the dozens of brand integrations that Candace has on her last several Charlie Kirk videos. Again, the hypocrisy here is just next level. I can't. I can't even acknowledge how ridiculous this is. Okay, let's get into the what's happening. Okay, so this broke. This is from the AF Post. Erica Kirk will address rumors that Charlie Kirk was changing his stance on Israel, claim made by Candace and Tucker Carlson and others, that he was offered $150 million by Benjamin Netanyahu, claim made by Candace. I haven't heard Tucker or anyone else make this claim.
It's funny that Candace is the only one making that claim. Have you noticed that? Nobody else has come out and co-signed. She says that she has personal text messages, but she hasn't shown them. She says she has receipts, but she hasn't shown them. She's shown a couple of short texts that were not in the proper context. You know, so I find that to be very curious.
And that he planned to convert to Catholicism before his assassination next week on Turning Point. Claim made by Candace. And Tucker said that he was flirting or liked Eastern Orthodoxy, which, listen, I like Catholicism. I like Eastern Orthodoxy. I love your guys' churches. I think they're beautiful. I love your art. That doesn't mean that I'm converting. That doesn't mean that I'm even remotely thinking about any of this stuff. I just appreciate art and beauty. So people were like, AF Post, this is fake, because I put this up on X. Well, let's see where this came from.
Faith said she's going to go and retire on the Caribbean island somewhere. Yeah. Well, she got the money to do it. She can quit whatever she's doing right now and not never work another day in her life. For the simple fact of who she married and what he has. So maybe that's why she's hooting and hollering the way she is. But if I were her, I would definitely tread lightly.
So this is a lady named Christine Jurgen. Christine is someone that is going to be doing Turning Point's show next week. And this is what she said regarding Erica and what's potentially coming down the pipeline. Okay, so let's check this out.
In those tribute episodes, they're going to come out Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week. We are going to address everything. Charlie's thoughts on Israel, if he was offered $150 million in hush money, how him and Erica handled disagreements, what his vacations were like with his family, if he was in the process of converting to Catholicism, his last week on earth, his last hours on earth, if Erica feels good about the suspect who was arrested, and his thoughts on education and so much more.
So this might even be out by the time you guys are watching this video, okay? So Erica is going to come out. Now, before I get into some of my questions for Candace, as I'm just asking questions, let's look at some of the things that I think she's, in my opinion, again, how many lies does it take?
Okay, this should be interesting, y'all. So put on your seatbelts. Let's see what he has to say about how many lies he thinks she's told. Because she is, like he said, she's a very good storyteller, very convincing storyteller. But that doesn't make you necessarily telling the truth. And without receipts, they're just stories. I haven't seen any receipts. Have y'all?
In my opinion, caught red-handed lying. Okay, you get this. You can nuance this to death, or you could just say, Ruslan, I think my eyes are starting to open. That someone who is claiming to be a Christian, someone that is saying things that everyone on Charlie's team is disagreeing with, someone that has made the biggest videos she's made, not this year, not this week, not this month, but of her career on YouTube, are of Charlie Kirk. This is a video, her biggest video ever. So if you go to her YouTube channel.
Okay, Barbara, you said, yes, Tracy, that was very creepy. And little Donnie acted like he was high on rugs the white stuff. Okay, who is Donnie? Please enlighten me, because I'm not there yet. Fonda said her pants are on fire. And who's lying? You talking about this guy, Barbara? She put information out that others don't want to put out, but they want it out. They gave it to her to do. Oh, that. Okay. Wow. Ain't no telling. This administration is crazy. Not to mention, we about to lose our freedom of speech with this cat that's over the. That's another story. Don Jr. Okay, I get it now.
Okay. And you click popular videos. The biggest videos she's made are here, 5.9 billion views, and then mine owns. But if you go here and look in her live tab, her most popular video is not her tribute to Charlie Kirk, which I think is beautiful. It's her. It's called They Are Lying About Charlie Kirk with Benjamin Netanyahu in it, right? So her number one video, within 5 days, is this video about Charlie Kirk, Benjamin Netanyahu. Her number 3 live stream, 5.4 million views, is also that. So before you come after me and say, Ruslan, what is your motivation? Perhaps you should channel that same energy to her. Her most popular videos, with, by the way, tons of brand integrations. 3 of her most popular videos are all about Charlie Kirk and this idea that there's a secret plot and what they're not telling us and the cabal, right? And if you keep going, there's another one. Okay, there's another one. So
Jimmy's back on tomorrow. Disney changed their stance. That's good news. Because they was taking some heat. Dude, the head of the FCC, that Trump supporter that's supposed to be non-biased in that area, has been very, very out and real about where he stands. Yes, Benjamin. That's definitely true. Benjamin said it right. Candace is breaking journalism 101. Never become the story. Never become the story. But the gentleman that wrote the chapter in what you call it, 2025, that thing. He's already making plans to go after Google, which means YouTube. Yeah, they better.
You count the brand integrations, you count the views on this. Likely, Candace is made 7 figures off of this already, or on the way to make 7 figures. Okay, with regards to how CPMs work, how much she's getting paid per brand integration, ballpark. She's on her way, at least hundreds of thousands of dollars. So before you come after me, examine that. Now let's look at the first lie that I think she's obviously caught in. And again, I don't know how you're gonna nuance it. There's one that's even, we got paperwork here, okay? With paperwork party, we got paperwork here. So let's look at the first one. This is her on Tucker Carlson after she was sued by the First Lady of France for claiming she's a man.
Okay, Faith, you said when Trump got elected the first time, he exposed all these clowns. Does that include the one that he appointed now? Because he seems to be the one that's going after people. I don't know. I just find it ironic. They all have broken journalism 101. They are making up the stories, fake news. Yeah, we got full of fake news up in this country lately, don't we?
By the way, Donald Trump has called her and said not to say that. That's not true. He thinks that's a woman. So this is what she said to Tucker Carlson.
I think they're banking on us dismissing it. I think one of the options.
What does that mean?
You can at first file to dismiss the case because you're going, hi, we have the First Amendment right. This is crazy.
So remember, she says they're banking on them dismissing it under the First Amendment right. She's not saying that she has a right to say this accurately because it's true. She's going to be hiding behind, well, this is my Second Amendment right to say this and monetize off of propagating that the First Lady of France is a man. Her First Amendment right. So it's not that what she said is true. It's that she shouldn't have to take it back because it's her First Amendment right to lie about someone. Okay. And she's saying we could dismiss it. Now, just pay attention closely.
Going, hi, we have the First Amendment right. This is crazy. It's coming from Paris. I mean.
Okay. Is it me or did they speed up her voice? Or does she really talk that fast on her own? Because I can't get with this chick. She talks too dadgum fast. Did they speed up the video? Yeah, he shouted out paperwork. She talks fast like that. It seemed like they turned up the speed a little bit. She can hardly understand herself.
Like, why on earth would we honor this at all? Secondly, it's like, are we really going to allow the French president to come in here and like stifle my right to speech? I think they want us to dismiss it.
So you're not going to try to have the case dismissed?
I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed.
I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed.
Yeah, and so we're having these
discussions.
Guys,
I just want to linger on this for a moment, having been around a lot of lawsuits. I've never heard anybody say, I don't want a well-funded case against me to be dismissed.
It's how I feel. And the reason that I feel that way truly, Tucker, is because this is so much bigger.
Candace Owens seeks dismissal of Macron defamation lawsuit in Delaware. Why is she seeking a dismissal? Owens' lawyers have filed a motion to dismiss, arguing the case should not be heard in Delaware and that defending it, there would cause financial hardship. So she said, I don't want to dismiss it. But this is light, by the way. I got more paperwork for you guys. This is light. Like, I got actual court cases. So one, she's saying that the court should dismiss it because it's going to be in financial hardship. Well, of course, you're getting sued for tens of millions of dollars. Two, she's saying that this is going to impede on her First Amendment rights. This is reported by Politico, a statement made, a spokesperson made for Candace, slams the Macron's suit as foreign government attacking the First Amendment rights of an American independent. So she said she's not going to dismiss it. She's going to take this court. Yet, they filed a motion to dismiss it. Is that a lie? Is that a lie? Well, maybe she felt like she didn't want to dismiss it, but her...
Okay. This is giving me a headache. Come on, man. Let me read this because he's jumping out of this. A spokesperson for Owens slammed the Macron suit as a foreign government attacking the First Amendment rights of an American independent journalist. But she's attacking this woman's right to privacy as well. Candace Owens is not shutting up, the spokesperson said in a statement. Candace repeatedly requested an interview with Brigitte Macron. Instead of offering a comment, Brigitte is resorting to trying to bully a reporter into submission. In France, politicians can bully journalists, but this is not France. It's America. Candace will address everything on her show today, where she will continue to express her First Amendment rights. There's nothing wrong with First Amendment rights, but now you're talking about literally accusing someone of something that is really none of your business. Lord have mercy.
Her legal counsel filed the motion to have it. Well, that's, I mean, you get to sort that out. But I got another one. Let's look through this one though first. Candace Owens is not shutting up, the spokesperson said in a statement. Candace repeatedly requested an interview. Why would you sit down with Candace Owens if you're the First Lady of France? Instead of offering a comment, Brigitte is resorting to try and bully a reporter into submission. In France, politicians can bully journalists, but this is not France. It's America. Candace will address everything on her show today, where she will continue to express her First Amendment rights. Why are they filing a dismissal? They argue the case should not be heard in Delaware, even though that's where LLC is, and so on and so forth. So it's like they're filing it on a technicality while Owens' business is there. For non-convenience, this legal doctrine asserts that the court is an inappropriate venue for the trial, and it would cause substantial financial and operational hardship.
Tracy. This gentleman talking right here, he did a little shout out to Paperwork Party at the beginning of his little spiel here. Fonda said Candace is a political crybaby. This guy is talking too fast too. Yeah, for real. I wonder on what basis.
I think that's kind of the point. And for freedom of speech, Owens and her team have framed the case as a matter of free speech. Okay, so let's just say she didn't want to, and what she said to Tucker Carlson is true, but her legal counsel, maybe her husband, mysterious, worth hundreds of millions, going to be worth billions soon, and I got more questions for that. But let's just say that's all true. Let's just say that's all true. Now, here is another thing that I caught her in just this week. So again, how many lies does it take? Check this out. This is. I don't know how you get around this one. So listen closely to what she says. This is from several days ago. Exclusive, another photo of Tyler Robinson, which, by the way, the receipts she presents in this photo of Tyler Robinson, she couldn't even confirm if it was really Tyler Robinson's. But let's.
Okay, so she couldn't even confirm if these were actual receipts for some of the things she's about to spew out from someone else. So again, I find it, as time goes on, I'm having a hard time taking Candace seriously. Yes, Faith. I just have a hard time taking her seriously because now it seems like it's more than what she's trying to portray it to be. I'm concerned about my friend, and my friend, and my friend, and my friend. Well, your friend's wife ain't feeling you, boo-boo. And why is that?
Just look at this.
On top of that, talk about a federal operation out of...
Talk about a federal operation. So remember, in light of Charlie Kirk, she is saying this is a federal operation. What's a federal operation? The conspiracy to take out Charlie Kirk? Or what? I don't know. She's not being clear. Okay, but in this video, the receipts that she had was a picture of Tyler Robinson at a ice cream shop that she couldn't even verify was true. But let's let her cook. Let's let her cook.
Hate me forever. That's totally fine. On top of that, talk about a federal operation out of nowhere. Brigitte Macron just lies. I don't even know how they got this in the press. This is so dumb. Brigitte Macron comes out and says they have offered scientific evidence to the U.S. court to prove that Brigitte is a woman. That's what her lawyer says. Well, the lawyer's a liar because we haven't even started this case yet.
Okay, so in the process, they're sending her stuff to get her to stop saying that. What are they sending her? They're sending her pictures of Brigitte as a girl. They're sending her pictures of Brigitte pregnant. They're sending her pictures of stuff to show and prove that this is a woman. You keep saying she's a man. But listen closely to what she says next.
How could you have offered scientific proof to a court to prove you're a woman, especially because you're not suing me over the claim that I said you were born a man?
We all heard it. You're not suing me over the claim that you were born a man. That's what Candace said. Listen closely. We have to be in the same reality here, friends. If you're a fan of Candace Owens, you got to be in the same reality with me. Listen closely to what she said.
Woman, especially because you're not suing me over the claim that I said you were born a man. You were born a man. Or I guess you were born a boy, a male is what I should say. You're born a male, and you've never sued anybody for making that statement. You sue for things around it. You're suing me because you're saying, well, you said I stole the identity from my sister. I'm not a thief. You've never sued anybody for the claim that you were born male.
Okay. How many lies does it take to admit and acknowledge that Candace is either a liar or a lunatic? Well, I got paperwork.
What? You sound like her auntie. My. Yes, it did. I sound like who? Her? Like Candace? Please don't say that. Oh my goodness. If I'm starting to sound like her, please put me out of my misery. I can't get with that. I'm sorry. I just think she needs to slow her roll. What are you really trying to prove here? I'm not sure I understand what she's trying to prove. Do you really have receipts? Do you not have receipts? Are you just talking? You know, because there's some things that if you don't have proof, you can't say it. Don't say it.
I got paperwork, guys. When we go to the lawsuit, which, by the way, I'll link this below. This is the actual lawsuit filed in the state of Delaware. And on the second page, in black and white, it says Candace Owens, LLC, and Georgetown, Inc. endorsed, repeated, and established a series of verifiably false and devastating lies about the Macrons on which this complaint is based. Now, if Macron dated the president of France when he potentially was still a student, all that's weird. I don't like that. And that's not an endorsement of that. But this is what Candace claims. Candace claims that's not why she's being sued. What does the lawsuit say? What does the paperwork say? Black and white. Well, it says that these outlandish, defamatory, and far-fetched include that Miss McCorn was born a man, stole another person's identity. So yes, she's suing you for also saying that she stole someone's identity. But primarily, the leading thing in this document, which you read it for yourself, you use your brain. Every single person here, all you Candace Owens stands, read this for yourself. Why is she being sued? These outlandish, defamatory, and far-fetched fictions included that Miss McCorn was born a man, stole another person's identity, and transitioned to become Bridget. Miss Macron and President Macron are blood relatives, so she's also accusing them of incest. President Macron was chosen to be president of France as part of the CIA-operated MK Ultra, a program of similar mind control. And Miss Macron and President Macron are committing forgery, fraud, and abuses of power to conceal these events. The second page of the official document is saying this. But let's look at it some more. All I got to do is just read search for the word repeated. I read a lot of this document. You can read it. I'm going to pin it up below. Owens established a series and related ex posts with reckless disregard. Owens was repeatedly presented with credible, verifiable evidence disproving her claims, including documentation, public records, and direct outreach from the Macrons. Instead of correcting the record, she doubled down. At times, Macron had won French defamation claims against others who pushed these useless theories, underscoring both their falsity and defamatory sting. Owens knew this. So there was another lawsuit. The lawsuit she won, but then it got overturned, and they're actually still pursuing that lawsuit in terms of her being a man by other French bloggers. Owens knew this, yet Owens, fully aware of the truth, has not only declined to retract her statements, she has actively repeated them. On July...
Yeah, she here we go again, doubling down, as usual. You're repeating the same thing, and you still have not shown receipts. None.
1st, 2024, Owens repeated her false claims in an episode, encouraging viewers to reject scientific findings in favor of following their gut, or in this case, Candace Owens' gut. Here it is again, page 19. Despite the inflammatory and demonstrably false nature of many of her public statements, Owens' audience has continued to grow. And it says, Owens repeats the outlandish claim that...
You see what he said? Her audience continues to grow. It makes me wonder, is this what this is really about? Telling a story to draw attention to you, using, of course, this friend of yours that was just recently killed, and using this as a means of more attention to you and making a lot of money in the process.
This is even highlighted. Like, I don't know how do we do this? This is highlighted in big old bold. Owens repeats the outlandish claim that Bridget McCrone was born a man on the Daily Wire precisely because she knew its shock value and boosted her visibility. Here it is again. In March 2024, just prior to her departure from the Daily Wire, Owens began promoting the false claim that Mrs. McCrone was a man. On March 11, Owens published an episode on the Daily Wire podcast, Candace Owens, in saying this is the biggest political scandal in human history, which reported on Bridget McCrone's conspiracy theory that was making its way through the courts in France. Owens was the first to bring this theory to the United States media and global audience. The same day, defendants announced this video on X post repeated that this is the biggest scandal. So she posted it on X. So again, Owens claimed she learned this theory from a 2021 debunking story published by Daily Mail. Owens falsely claimed the article was decent despite its being published more than 3 years ago.
So she posted that 3 years ago. Okay, I get it. I'm trying to keep up because, man, both of these people talk so fast. Okay, Barbara says, yes, and she sees it growing with her Charlie rants. So she's going to keep it up until somebody shuts her down. Absolutely, but she may not like what that looks like. That's all I'm saying. She needs to start making better moves. If she putting herself out there, and once they come after her, she ain't gonna like it. And won't know what reason it is. It could be behind Kirk. It could be because of this other issue. You know, I mean, the McCrone issue. If you got that kind of enemies out there, maybe it's a good idea to go sit down somewhere.
That's the court filings. Clear as day, that is what she is being sued for. That is what the complaint is on the first page. How do you reconcile that? How many lies does it take before you can acknowledge that Candace Owens is either a liar or a lunatic? And I'm just asking questions here for you guys. So here's some other questions I have. How much money did Candace Owens make in the last week off of insinuating that Israel offered Charlie $150 million in hush money? I'm curious, how much money? I'm just asking, how much money did Candace make, considering she's gotten tens of millions of views with brand integrations? How much money? Is it hundreds of thousands of dollars? Is it seven figures? So that's my question. My other question is, what is Candace Owens' relationship and what is her husband's relationship with Andrew Tate, who, by the way, she gave the most softball interview I've ever seen in my life? What is their relationship and what's the connection there? I'm just curious. I'm just asking questions.
You and Candace went to Romania with Andrew Tate. Candace interviewed Andrew Tate.
Long time.
I know, it's been a very long time.
You've known Andrew Tate for a number of years. You were just with him for that interview.
Yeah, I've known Andrew for many, many years. I've known Andrew since before Andrew was Andrew. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I've known Andrew since before he was famous, I guess. Andrew is a great guy. He really is.
Candace consistently rails against adult content, which I do as well. Yet she had a conversation with Andrew Tate and she lied about why Andrew Tate was being arrested and what the actual filings were.
Yeah, especially one that'll allow them to use her for that purpose. I'm sure she was a willing participant.
Specifically tracking girls to do adult content. I'm just curious, what is Candace's relationships with Qatar? Is she being funded by Qatar? Is there some sort of backdoor deal to bring more disruption to the state of affairs in the United States by Candace and Qatar? I'm just asking questions. When was the last time Candace had a psychological evaluation? When was the last time she had a psychological evaluation?
No, good question. Okay, so she's going for, first of all, she's going after Netanyahu and Israel. And she's going after the president of France's wife. I mean, you really stepping outside of these United States boundaries to start a bunch of crap. As she was because of where she came from. Can you elaborate more on that, Faith? Where did she come from where she would go and attack foreigners. I'm just curious.
I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. So the scriptures in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11 says, have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. It is shameful to even mention what the disobedient do in secret, but everything exposed by the light becomes visible, and everything that is illuminated becomes a light. Some of you guys have no problem with Candace Owens alluding to the most heinous things with regards to Charlie's own wife maybe not being able to speak and maybe not being in control.
Erica is in like full control. I would hope she's in full control, but I don't know because I'm hearing some stories about donors that are pushing things.
Anyone that's pushing back and just asking questions about the questions Candace is asking is demonized and is told, hey, your tone is not nice enough. You're just denying all of her claims. You're being dismissive of her. Again, the hypocrisy is outlandish. Now, here's the reality of the situation. There's a concept in philosophy, and I wish more people just took logic in philosophy. And this isn't an absolute statement, but it is a good principle to live by. There was a medieval philosopher in the 14th century named William Ockham. And William Ockham was influenced by guys like Aquinas, by Aristotle, and different schools of philosophy. He didn't come up with this idea, but...
No, Barbara, I didn't see that. Barbara said, did you guys see Bibi leveling Gaza yesterday? It was really sad. Those people have nowhere to go thanks to Bibi. I wasn't aware of that.
He kind of made it popular, and it's since been coined Occam's razor. To put it simply, Occam's razor is a problem-solving principle, not law, that the simplest explanation for a phenomenon is most likely the one to be true. Instead of adding complex, unnecessary assumptions to a theory, the principle recommends cutting out all of the extra stuff to try and get to the simplest explanation of what happened. Hence the razor. You're cutting out all the extra fluff, and you're just trying to get to what is the simplest explanation. Now, this is not an absolute truth, but it is a principle in logic and philosophy. And so let me put it this way too. If you live in New York City near a train station and you're sitting down and you're hearing rumbling that is shaking your apartment, what is the likely explanation? That there is a herd of horses running across your urban New York City street, or that it is a train going by, okay?
Okay, he's trying to be funny. Okay. It just happened yesterday, Auntie. Okay. Scooby-Doo. That's what I was thinking, earthquake. LaWanda, I was thinking earthquake as well.
Now, is it possible that there is a herd of horses that is running by New York? It's possible, but the simplest explanation is that there's a train next to your apartment, and that is the rumbling that you're hearing. So I want you to think about this. We live in a highly polarized, charged society that has extreme rhetoric, all pervasive throughout it.
And Charlie Kirk, on both sides, not just one, but on both sides.
Was someone who stood on the idea that it is important to debate these things. And in that, sometimes he would have very charged up moments and views that pockets of society believed were quote unquote harmful and dangerous, specifically with the transformer community. In light of his views on that, and a view on pockets of the far left that words are violence and silence is violence, and specifically that if you don't affirm a specific kind of lifestyle, that you are then responsible when those types of people self-delete themselves. Therefore, you are waging an actual genocide against that community. Well, if that's true, and that's the spirit of the air of what's being said, would you rather have an alive son or a dead daughter, right? This is the stuff that's coming out. This is the way this is being framed. So in light of all that, what's the simplest explanation? That a deranged lunatic who bought into some far left ideology and was dating a furry that came from a home where he knew how to use a firearm was the one who took out Charlie? Or that a multinational blackmail ring by Benjamin Netanyahu in cahoots with folks in Charlie's own team, with cahoots of our own government, plotted this assassination attempt because Charlie was a bit harsher with regards to not being able to speak out when Israel does something wrong. Oddly enough, still being wildly supportive of Israel. What's the simplest explanation? I'm not saying it's absolutely true. I'm just saying what.
They said, Barbara, so who does he hate? Because she tells him the truth. Barbara says, so many educated fools in this world. I agree with that. I agree with that for sure. Huh. Okay. Let me try to get through this video.
I'm speaking about the things that she's talking about, but I think she wields a lot of influence to a generation of people that's chronically online, traumatized from all the stuff we've seen, and then slide into black or white, all or nothing thinking with regards to these conspiracies at the harm of not just Israel, which is, again, Israel derangement syndrome, I think is a real thing, but now at the harm of people directly connected to Charlie Kirk, specifically his executive producer, folks on his team, the way she spoke about his pastor, insinuating that he was demonic, so on and so forth. Now, to the point where grieving widow, Erica Kirk, is seemingly going to have to respond to the claims that Candace has made. I think this is a really crazy time. And in my opinion, anyone who's continuing to watch Candace is enabling this dysfunction. I understand it's an interesting soap opera meets Jerry Springer moment. I understand she's a good storyteller, but now she's telling stories that are actually impacting people's lives. And my question to you is, how much does it take? How many lies does it take before you can acknowledge that Candace is either a liar or a lunatic? Now, the idea of liar or lunatic, I actually got it from C.S. Lewis. And he used that as a retort to argue for Jesus, that with Jesus, you only get three options: liar, lunatic, or Lord.
Yeah. Okay. We'll listen to this one.
And the good news is we have a pathway to be in relationship with a God that claims to be the truth, that he doesn't just have to ask questions, that he doesn't have to insinuate anything, that he doesn't have to make viral videos about about people being born a man, despite all the evidence showing the opposite, about someone that they were close to and having all of these videos insinuating some pretty crazy stuff that the team and the spouse is disagreeing with. And by the way, the next theory that we're starting to see propagated by Ian, who's close to Candace and often hosts her show, is now Erica's in cahoots.
Yeah, that was the next step. Now Erica's in cahoots. They're going to she's going to try to put her in the mix with those that are trying to push this narrative. I agree, Tracy. He is very judgmental.
Like, how much of this are we going to keep dealing with? But the good news is that there's a Jesus out there that is not a liar and is not a lunatic. And the argument is that Jesus, you get three options: either he's a liar, either he's a lunatic, or he's Lord. And if Jesus is Lord, that means that Jesus's ways about going about this have to trump our instincts, our gut, just asking questions, and actually look back and say, how would Jesus be handling this? If Jesus is Lord, how would Jesus be navigating the situation? Would he be poking and prodding to just ask questions in the midst of a grieving widow, grieving friends? Was that how Jesus would be going about it? I don't think so. And by the way, there's a report from the Laura Loomer that is saying that the reason why Turning Point hasn't officially responded is because Blexit, which is what Candace Owens founded, is actually under Turning Point, and they legally can't respond. I don't know.
Right. I heard that too, Barbara. Nothing surprises me.
That's true, but that's something that's being put out. So anyway, I want to hear from you guys. Leave me more nasty comments. Ask me more about if I'm being funded by Israel or not.
No, don't want to know. Okay. Oh, and that right there. But yeah, I don't know if you guys were, I'm sure you guys were aware that she didn't go to the funeral, but there is, let little something here that talks about why she didn't go, or why she wasn't there. It says right here, was Candace Owens at Charlie Kirk's funeral? A timeline of her relationship with TPUSA. Candace Owens skipped Charlie Kirk's Arizona funeral, saying she wasn't invited. She later watched speeches on television alleging exclusion by Erica Kirk and TPUSA. So, the wife said she can't come. The wife basically said no, she cannot come. And I've been seeing so many different, so many explanations and situations that are either here nor there. You know, it just... Since Candace Owens put forth a host of explosive theories surrounding the death of Charlie Kirk, her relationship with the TPUSA founder has come under scrutiny. Owens, a former TPUSA employee, considered Kirk as her brother before they stopped seeing eye to eye. After the funeral, there was a lot of buzz around Owens' presence at the high-profile funeral of Charlie Kirk in Arizona on Sunday. Let's see. Yes, she was a former employee of TPUSA and called Charlie Kirk like a brother. So, just like any other job, people try to pull rank. Right, Erica said no. She can't come. Okay. However, Candace Owens did not attend the event. Oh my goodness. These ads. At State Park. What in the world? These ads are not supposed to be here. Now I can't read it. After the funeral, there was a lot of buzz around Owens' presence at the high-profile funeral of Charlie Kirk in Arizona on Sunday. However, Candace Owens did not attend the event at State Park in Glendale, Arizona on Sunday afternoon. In a post on X, she revealed that she did catch the speeches of Tucker Carlson and Erica Kirk on television. Attended Mass, then took my kids to see Light of the World in the theaters today, the story of Jesus. She wrote, came home, made dinner, heard Tucker share the story of Jesus Christ, followed by Erica Kirk's stunning example of what the love of Christ truly is. Today was perfect. And here's the tweet of what she just said. Earlier in one of her podcasts, she revealed that she had not been invited to attend the event at Glendale Park, alleging she was excluded by Erica Kirk and TPUSA donors. Instead, she joked that she would spend the day listening to music and meeting Kanye West. There's a 0% chance, she said, talking about the possibility of attending the memorial. First and foremost, why are you saying anybody can go to it? You just buy a ticket to the event. Wow. Nope, actually, while I'm attacking the feds, maybe not going to a public event, which the feds are organizing, is probably a very good idea. I'm good. I'm going to listen to Power on my headphones and go see Ye. So she claims she's going to spend the afternoon with Kanye. On September 18th, Owens posted an Instagram story claiming the FBI is concealing facts about Charlie Kirk's death and asserting, after reviewing the timeline for hours, that there is no other explanation than a federal conspiracy insisting officials are lying about what she called Kirk's assassination. Candace Owens was hired by TPUSA as Director of Urban Engagement. Urban Engagement. Y'all catch that, right? She was the Director of Urban Engagement. Okay. She recalled early planning sessions with Kirk, including one at O'Hare Airport where he mapped out his goals for TPUSA. Owens grew into a prominent voice within TPUSA while working closely with Kirk, belonging like a brother in 2018. And she and Charlie reportedly convinced Erica to marry him. Owens stepped down from her TPUSA role in May 2019. And then Nick, what am I talking about? Lord have mercy. Owens stepped down from her TPUSA role in May 2019. Even after leaving TPUSA, Owens maintained a cordial relationship with Kirk, appearing together publicly. The relationship soured over political differences, especially Owens' stances on Israel. By 2024, insiders said there was no communication pipeline between them for years. I find that very, very interesting. I find that very interesting that there was no communication between the two of them for years. And then he passes away and suddenly she's on the bandwagon or on her own platform, on her soapbox, trying to come up with answers for my best friend that I haven't talked to in years. That doesn't sound strange to you? Okay, let me see if that was it. Yeah, that seems to be it. And I'm not going to go off into this funeral. I've decided not to do that. Yeah, I really don't want to see Erica. I don't want to see Erica speaking at her husband's funeral. It's very consuming of the mind to deal with all this. But again, I just thought that assignment, urban engagement, yeah, okay. Well, with all that said, you guys, I'm about to get up out of here. You know where I'm going next. So stay tuned. Set your notifications if you want to roll with me. I'm out now. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you for coming. Have a good one. And don't forget to go check out Lady of Elegance website. LadyofEleganceCandles.com. Go check it out. Thank you, you guys. And I'm out of here. I think I'm gonna go blow off some steam. Hey, Charles. Trump made that funeral a spectacle, turned it into politics. Exactly. That's what he does. When he can think straight. All right, y'all. I'll see you in Muckleshoot. About maybe within the hour. Bye, y'all.
Hey, Mickey. Mickey, nothing.